The world you woke up in today, on January 1st, 2026, is officially moving faster than the human biological brain was ever designed to process. If you feel like you're constantly running just to stay in the same place, it's because you are. The skills you learned just 2 years ago are now museum pieces. The way you focus, the way you work, and the way you connect have been disrupted by an intelligence that doesn't sleep, doesn't eat, and doesn't get distracted. But here is the truth they won't tell you. While the masses are being drowned by the tsunami of automation and the sheer noise of a hyper-connected reality, a new elite is emerging. Not an elite defined by birth or old wealth, but an elite of adaptability. Today, we aren't talking about drinking more water or getting 8 hours of sleep. That's basic maintenance for a world that no longer exists. We are talking about a total system override, a cognitive, physical, and financial recoding for the year 2026. This is a transmission for those who refuse to be left behind. By the end of this journey, you won't just have a to-do list, you will have the blueprint to become the architect of the new reality. Are you ready to delete your old OS? To understand how to get better, we must first acknowledge the gravity of where we are. In 2026, the Turing test is a joke of the past. Generative AI has moved from creating cool images to agentic behavior. Your refrigerator, your car, and your boss's scheduling assistant are now autonomous agents. We have entered the era of the post-information age. In the information age, the person with the most data won. In the post-information age, the person with the most data is paralyzed. Today, the person with the most clarity wins. We are seeing a massive divergence in the human species. On one side, the algorithmically managed, those who let recommendations engines and passive entertainment dictate their dopamine levels. On the other side, the sovereign individuals, those who use technology as a lever to multiply their humanity. You are here because you want to be the latter, but to get there, we have to address the hardware, your biology. Your brain is a 2 million-year-old piece of hardware running 2026 software. It's crashing. The first step to becoming better is stabilizing the bio-platform. Every app on your phone is powered by a supercomputer designed specifically to break your will. To fight back, you need a dopamine protocol. First, we implement the 90-minute lockdown. Your brain is in a delicate, creative state when you wake up. The moment you check a notification, you surrender your sovereignty. For the first 90 minutes of your day, you must be a creator, not a consumer. No screens, no quick checks, just thought, movement, and hydration. Second, we must discuss dopamine fasting. Once a week, you must go analog. No smart glasses, no neural haptics, no AI-generated music, just the physical world. This resets your baseline and makes boring things like reading a dense book or solving a complex problem pleasurable again. If you can't enjoy a walk without a podcast, you are not free. Energy is the primary currency of 2026. If you are tired, you are replaceable. Stop following influencer diets. Use blood marker sensors to find your focus foods. We optimize for mitochondrial health through cold shock therapy to trigger mitophagy, clearing out the dead cells in your brain, and using light management to mitigate the damage of constant digital bombardment. Once the body is stable, we upgrade the software. Learning is no longer about memorizing facts, it's about interface mastery. You've heard of prompt engineering for AI, but the most successful people use it for their own lives. A prompt is simply a precisely articulated thought. Most people fail because they are vague. They say they want to be successful. That is a bad prompt. A sovereign individual says they want to develop a specific service that solves a specific problem for a specific demographic using specific technology within a specific time frame. The clearer you speak to the universe, the faster the reality manifests. In 2026, we have hybrid skills. Being just a lawyer or just a coder is a death sentence for your career. You must be a hybrid who understands both the technical execution and the behavioral psychology. You need to sit at the intersection where AI cannot reach. AI is a master of the average. It can do anything that has been done a billion times before. It cannot yet synthesize your unique personal experience with a niche technical skill. That is your moat. The ability to concentrate is the new IQ. Focus cannot be bought. We use a flow protocol that involves total isolation and cognitive priming using binaural beats tuned to specific frequencies. AI can multitask, humans cannot. Pick one problem and stay with it until it bleeds. Let's talk about money. The middle class is being hollowed out by automation. There are only two types of workers now: those who tell the computers what to do and those who are told what to do by the computers. The goal for 2026 is to become a company of one. You don't want a job, you want a portfolio of value. Use AI to handle your admin, your basic coding, and your research. You become the creative director of your own life. As AI-generated content floods the internet, the human touch becomes a luxury good. Do not try to be perfect. AI is perfect. Be human. Be flawed. Be real. Your community is your ultimate insurance policy. Social capital is more stable than any currency. We are lonelier than ever. Digital loneliness is the leading cause of health decline. To be better, you must curate your physical circle with radical intent. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and that includes the AI personalities you interact with. In your human relationships, practice radical presence. When you are with someone, put the tech away. Look them in the eye. Deep, undistracted human connection is so rare that it feels like a superpower. To move from theory to reality, we need a roadmap. Start with the Great Subtraction. Audit your life and delete every app that doesn't serve a goal. Cut out every person that drains your energy. You cannot install new software on a full hard drive. Then move to integration. Master your AI agents. Optimize your sleep with biometrics. Start learning a skill that sits at the intersection of tech and humanity. Finally, focus on output. In 2026, you don't exist unless you produce. Launch something. Put your work in the arena. Gather data, iterate, and evolve. The better you in 2026 isn't a faster version of you. It's a more intentional version of you. It's a version that knows when to use the machine and when to walk in the woods. It's a version that values truth over content and wisdom over data. The window of opportunity to pivot is closing. The gap between those who get it and those who get lost is widening every day. You have watched this because you feel the shift. You know that the old rules are dead. Don't wait for a sign. The fact that you are still here in a world designed to distract you is the sign. You have the focus. You have the hunger. Now you have the blueprint. The future is not something that happens to you. The future is something you do. System update complete. Now go offline and build.